All right, here we go. It's episode 79. This is with Miguel Southee Jr. Recorded it on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. For all these juniors out here in the world. Yeah. And if you don't know, Miguel Southee Jr. is creating bootlegged Nike Parkour t-shirts and basically trying to use these bootlegs to get the attention of Nike. Created a Nike PK unofficial account, and as you'll find out in the episode, interesting things are happening. So I can't wait for you guys to hear this one. Thanks, Miguel, for being a part of it. If you guys don't know, Miguel is just a super OG parkour practitioner. He's a model living in Brooklyn and NYC, just native to that state, I believe, and just a great opportunity to have him on the podcast. You know, we don't do Skype interviews, as you'll know, because they kind of drop, and it happens a few times in this episode, just forewarning. That's one of the reasons why I don't like to do them, because the Wi-Fi gets just a little bit dicey, but still some awesome information. Miguel's doing some interesting things. I'm hyped to bring this news to you guys, and definitely check out the description. Thank you guys for listening and supporting. And there's other ways to support the podcast and support Miguel and support Nike PK happening in the bio there. So without further ado, here it is. Oh wait, one more ado. That Conor McGregor fight, baby. You know I was a little hype on that. I don't have time to go into it, but thank you guys for indulging me right there. All right, here we go. Miguel, let's do it. Yeah, okay, I got you again.
Well, all right, done with that mess.
We're done with that bullshit. All right, we had some technical difficulties, but whatever. Look at us, dude. You got your little plant in the background. I got my little plant. We're good. We're good.
Yeah. Art studio.
So where are you coming from? Yeah.
Brooklyn, New York, in my art studio, man. It's a mess right now. I would show you otherwise. Yeah, finally home in Brooklyn for a couple days, I think, which is nice.
That's dope. I've only been once or twice, but it's been a cool neighborhood every time.
That was the last time I saw you, I think, was like at Brooklyn Zoo, or we were going to Brooklyn Zoo.
Yeah. When was that? That was a minute ago. Was that the Storm America tour?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was like 5 years ago then.
Jesus, yeah. God, we're getting old, huh?
How old are you?
I'm 28 now.
28.
Yeah.
Good age, right in your prime.
I feel like, my body feels better than ever. Mm-hmm. The recovery process isn't like as speedy as I'd want it to be. Like, the back, the knees, the ankles. Yeah. It's like it could take a few more days, but just being smarter about recovery and stretching before I train. Because you get to a spot, ADD kicks in. It's like, oh, I'd rather just jump. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, man. Well, it's good to hear from you. 28, looking good, looking fresh. You're
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm 31 now, so I was almost 28 last time we saw each other.
31's old. I don't know what people think 30s are, but I know when I was like, man, 30, I gotta be on my shit. This, that, everybody had houses, this and that, but wow, have I learned a lot?
No,
not it at all.
Yeah, no, I turned 30 and that same thing happened. I was like, oh, I thought all this shit would be done by now or something. Like, I just thought life was different. You thought 30 was adult, but that's not even close.
Yeah.
And then 30's when you figure out there are no adults, basically, I think.
Actually,
they're just grown-ass kids who figured a little bit of shit out. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's something.
So, what? I got so many questions for you. Miguel Southee Jr. That's your handle, man. Is that like there's significance? Anytime they go for a junior, I feel like there's significance to the name. So I want to dive into that for a second.
I just like to separate myself from my dad sometimes. It's like, I just want it to be, obviously everybody will know that.
Yeah.
We're not the same person, but I don't know, just since I was little, I always wanted to have the junior. I was like, I'm a junior. I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to I'm gonna put it on and everything. So like putting my name on papers like in grade school, you know, for junior and all that. I just thought it was safe.
No, I think
And
so
then
too.
I,
Well, I just feel like maybe your dad did. He obviously likes. He's like, dude, this worked. It worked once. Let's go for it again with this Miguel Southee.
yeah, I don't know. My mom's kind of pissed. She's like, all these, you know, when the bills come in and shit, it's like, which bill is it? Miguel Southee, Miguel Southee. It's like, oh man.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you? Miguel Southee. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Hold up. Oh, I got you back, dude. Sorry. Can you hear me?
So, yeah.
We just dropped you for a second. What were you saying about after the Bills?
I was saying after that little headache, it's all good. I think it's pretty tight to be a junior. I'm stoked on my pop, so it's just awesome to hang with him at least, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into it a little bit. Obviously, like, you know, I'm repping right now. Like, how did, you know, I don't know where this journey starts for you, but let's start at the beginning. Where, you know, how you found yourself making these bootlegs. Yeah.
So, you know, I was heavy in parkour like a few years ago with like WFPF and shit like that. And then I got into modeling a bit, so parkour took a back seat. My agent wasn't really cool with me, you know, risking.
I remember that when we met each other. Yeah, you were like, I can't really do too much. I got shoots tomorrow. I got I got to stay fresh. I can't have scrapes all over my face.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Funny enough, I ate shit actually at that jam. Really hard.
Yeah, I know. You were like, fuck it, I'm doing some flips.
But so that was, you know, that took a back seat, and then, you know, the athlete in me, I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I need to train. This is silly, man. I need to jump around, you know. So I started jumping again. I got a new agent. My new agent's really stoked on parkour, you know, like think it's really sick, and we're getting a lot more. Then, you know, I was just trying to come back into the game, and I see everybody wearing SBs and shit, which is like tight, you know. I was like, oh, cool. There's some Steves in SBs, which is, you know, it's nice to see, you know. And I went to a jam in New York. I don't know if it was the NYPK jam, probably on on a rooftop every year. It's such a sick setup.
I've heard about
it. So I went there, then I see like SB backpacks and shit. I'm like, wow. Like, tight. I love skateboarding, but like parkour's its own shit. Like, we do this is, you know, our own thing. Like, I really fuck with skateboarding, but like this is different.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to like Rizzo and them, shout out Rizzo and them, the Unknown Boys. I was like, yo, fuck this. I'm gonna make Nike PK shirts. Like, I'm gonna do it myself. And they're like, ha. I was like, I was dead serious. Like, I'm gonna do it. You know, if I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna do it for sure. So like a bit later, I was like, all right, whatever, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to make an Instagram, make a website, sell them, and then hopefully get a cease and desist from Nike and turn that into a meeting, and then maybe, you know, try to get in. That was my like outlook on it. So I silkscreened, I printed everything myself here in the studio. And I put the website up, put the Instagram up. The shirt sold out in like 2 days, which is really, really cool. To see like the reach was there, you know, because nobody knows who I am from a parkour standpoint, not anymore, you know. Mm-hmm. And so it was like really organic, you know what I mean? Because nobody really knew who was behind it. And I was like, cool, there's a reach. Like, a lawsuit this, cease and desist that, like, which I knew, which was the plan. But I can't respond to everybody. And actually, 5 days later, I got a meeting with Nike, not even a cease and desist.
Wow.
So it was days after I put the Instagram up and stuff that I got a meeting, which nobody...
Yeah, I had no idea. Oh, no. I lost you again. Wait. Yeah. Tell me about this. You said you got this meeting and no one knew about it? I mean, obviously, yeah, I just found out, so... Yeah,
no one still knows. I guess they know now. There was like maybe 2 people that knew. But yeah, 5 days after, I got a meeting set up with Nike. And, you know, maybe a few weeks after that, we had a conversation on the phone.
Oh man,
we're talking and stuff right now. It's pretty much.
That's epic, dude. That's so epic.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
sorry, I just dropped you a little bit, so I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. But you said you've been, you had the meeting, then you've been talking, had some phone calls, and basically, there's communication happening, and that's
for sure all the time. That's been happening,
dude. I'm ecstatic right now. Holy shit, that's amazing. How are these? How are these meetings going? Like, what are you guys talking about? I know you probably can't divulge anything, and there's all that kind of stuff. But what can you tell us about the way this is going?
Yeah, it's pretty tough, huh? Geez, I can say that before I met with Nike, like none of this is unplanned. So a lot of people may think. A lot of people were coming at me about like, selling out and this and big corporation this. And it's like, totally get it. But I'm a parkour athlete. I don't want them taking over either.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in lane right now because, from where parkour started to where it's about to be maybe 2024 Olympics, there's an open lane. And coming back into parkour again, the second wave, when I came up with this PK thing, I saw so much progression in like movement and all these kids are nuts these days, insane. Like I couldn't dream of these things. But it's like, where are we moving otherwise? Like in media and it looks like we're lacking a bit, and I think that's just just lack of knowledge. From knowing how to move in that industry, and then me luckily being in the fashion world for like 4 or 5 years now, working with the biggest, companies and names you could think of and traveling the world, like I get to learn from the best, like both sides of it. So it's like, I feel like I'm the guy to be able to combine the two for everyone, because I'm not trying to sell out, and it needs to be right for the athletes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have like a good relationship. Like it's not a takeover. It's not. If anything, what I can say is, a few times I have talked to Nike, I made sure that we're not just taking over, and I want to create with already existing teams, companies, competitions. It's going to be like a, collapsing. I'm not trying to take over, and people need to understand, like, I just think we have a bigger platform, and parkour is on that. Everybody knows what it is. Don't got to explain it to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at that level, and, they agree as well.
That's amazing, man. That's awesome to hear. Yeah. And I couldn't agree more. Like obviously we have a mutual friend in Nick, who you grew up with and like shared, some early, I don't know how close you guys were growing up, but I know you guys have known each other a lot longer than I have. And
we met when I first started when I was like 18, because I'm from upstate New York, so I'd come down to New York City a lot.
Yeah.
And just train with Max Henry.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Colorado.
Wait. I know we stole him from you, but what? Oh, that was rough, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know what we do, man. We eat people up out here. But really, what I was gonna say is like, yeah, like you are the man. Like you have this connection. You have the connection. Like I wouldn't know how to navigate that space for sure. I wasn't tall enough to be a model, unfortunately, but or handsome enough. Yeah, but the way that you can navigate that space, and like what Nick has told me about just how I'm pumped on it, because I'm like, yeah, somebody needs to make these connections, and few people even have the opportunity. And we're so lucky that either way I see is we're so lucky that not only is someone that has the opportunity to do parkour, but really wants to take the chance to like really and like put himself out there and try to make it happen for us, which I really appreciate. I'm sorry.
Which I don't mind, because I know it will get to this point no matter.
100%.
The Olympics, forget it. Every company, it's going to be a thing. So I don't mind being the guy to take, all these,
oh, yeah.
I think it's pure entertainment to me. I don't move off of those, like I'm almost, sometimes you got to judge the judger. So like, I only care about like, what could be good for the community, and like what Nike they are. I care about their opinion. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm down to be the guy to take the shots. I'm down to take the risk. Either way, just this talking with Nike right now has already evolved it. Like, as far as like, if nothing came out of this at all,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know really heavy what parkour is, and their eyes are open to it now. So if anything, we have movement on that, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's super awesome. And yeah, it's not really even a risk, like you're saying. Like, first of all, you know, whatever. I don't really even think we need to defend it. It's like, we're beyond that, you know? Parkour,
for sure.
These are opportunities. If Nike gets in, Adidas gets in. It's a rising tide. It's not like, you know, we're stomping on people. If you can get a sponsorship, then you can start your own companies. Like, it elevates everybody. It's, you know,
Right,
if you don't understand that, then you need to just, you know, wait until you grow up a little bit, I guess. I don't know, but
Well, there's that, and it's like, you know, because as far as parkour, like professions, right? You could be an instructor, you can be, you know, pro athlete, you can get little sponsors here and there, or, you know, stuntman, right? These are like the main.
those are it.
But if these big companies get in, parkour becomes like, you know, real household name like skateboarding or whatever. Right? There's always going to be shoots with parkour on it, right? Say you're not the model or the photographer, but like, we have like a special like ability to see these, like what we can do. So like, you have the athlete there that they want to shoot, but you could be the location scout. You're the one that found these spots because you know what's best. So like, that could be a job. You could be director of photography. What looks the best? You know, you need to shoot from this angle. And like, I don't think kids know that those jobs even exist. You know what I mean? And I think by big companies, sorry, New York City, you know, with those, you know, big companies getting behind it, I just think there'll be more opportunity for jobs for a lot more athletes.
100%.
And creative women,
especially in the commercial, in like the design, the fashion, the like entertainment industry, all that stuff. There's money to be made there that can really sustain and like help us build out our own infrastructure, because that's what's knocking 90% of people out, is they just kind of like, the opportunities aren't there. Like Colorado, it's cool that we can steal someone like a Max Henry, but I'm like, dude, you were in New York. At least there's like, you can get paid to do some shit out there. I know he has. He's been on campaigns. He's been on billboards. I'm like, there's not really industry, you know, it's education or it's, you know, entrepreneurship out here. And so I think I love that it's an opportunity growth for everybody. That's why I love it. You know, New York is the hot spot for that.
Yeah, man, and that's the only way I see it. You know, it's like, none of this is for like personal gain. Besides, like, I'm a parkour athlete and I just want to see parkour get bigger. It's more just like, this is why I say it's for, you know, in that video I said it's for us, because it truly is for everyone that does parkour. Like, we will have a chance to do so many more things in life if a couple companies get behind it. And you bringing up Adidas, I can't say like anything, but there's already certain parkour athletes that are working with them right now. I've been told by the athletes, so y'all can come at me about Nike, Adidas, and someone, you know, people are doing right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I would guess that it's Store or somebody on those teams, because they often wear that, and maybe, you know, they have the biggest eye on them. That's who Adidas would want to work with. And why not? You know, it makes sense if they can help them develop a better shoe, like that's more durable, that works. I mean, I don't know. I know that people were complaining about that. Whatever. We're growing, baby. It's all exciting. It's really cool.
Yeah. Shout out to all the big teams right now too.
Yeah.
You know, been gaining popularity and like making parkour fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Not just some corny, like, just bang, bang, bang. You know how we use, I guess back in the days, like 2010 and you know, they'd be a certain you know thing, and like, shout out to THC boys as well for, you know, like, and you as well, big time. Just Colorado kind of heavy, like, brought in some like cool factor.
I hear we
like
trying.
It's like not being more authentic, like less lying to everybody, like.
Yeah. It is what it is.
But yeah, for sure. So shout out to y'all in Colorado for that. That's tight.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And yeah, man, everybody. Everybody's doing it. Everybody that's participating is really pushing it in a new direction. It's what we need, you know. It's what we need. We just need more roots, and everywhere, and then we can grow bigger.
That's it, man. Cool.
So I love it, man. Is there? And again, I'm just gonna pester you one more time, but just like, is there an idea of like conceptually, is it kind of like a sponsorship? Let's say Nike gets involved. Let's say it's your dream scenario. Do they put, you know, are we looking at a team of Nike athletes? They're gonna probably be working with these collaborative brands, but also is it like a salary, you know, a professional dividend,
right,
basically,
yeah.
to just go out, make videos with them, and then maybe they get, you know, whatever. They just,
yeah. I mean, so I think, you know, my dream outlook, right, is to, you know, there's a Nike SB branch. My dream, you know, is to have a Nike PK branch. That's where, you know, it can pay a lot more athletes. It doesn't have to be athletes that, you know, do parkour for Nike. It could be, you know, how SB, they put out video parts. There's teams.
Yeah.
They put out the team parts. There's all of that. So it's not just, I don't want it to just be like sponsored athletes. That's that. Like, no way. I need everybody involved. So, you know, I think there's opportunity for, like, you know, the competition lane, sponsorship lane. Because, you know, like how Red Bull will sponsor a few athletes and stuff. And I reckon they're not getting, like, you know, I have no idea, but not a ton of money to live off and whatnot. I know they get to do some cool shoots and whatnot, but, you know, Nike being you know, maybe more of a money company than Red Bull, there's more opportunity for more athletes to get paid more money. Competitions, I reckon there could be a bigger prize bag, you know, instead of like killing yourself for, like, you know, a little check, some energy drink, you know. Not shitting on Red Bull. I love Red Bull. Like, their art emotions are the shit. I was in one way back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just exciting because, like, as we grow, the brands grow, like the bigger brands get involved. That's just kind of the way, the natural way. And like Red Bull has carried us to a certain echelon that we should be really hyped on and thankful for. And the fact that we can get into the next tier, you know, with something like a Nike, you know, which is basically the biggest sports brand in the world, is just, it's really exciting. So yeah, I love it, man. And when you talk about the opportunities, it's like you know, the trips and stuff, that's one of the reasons why people love Red Bull, right? And that's another thing that comes with the sponsorship opportunities. Like, if they build a team, let's say they start working with some athletes, they become a team, like that team gets to go on tour and do something really fun, and that's life-changing, even if you're not getting paid, you know. That's an amazing experience. That's kind of the stuff we all dream about. So
just create opportunity no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you get paid a lot, paid a little, you get to travel, you get to meet certain people, and meeting people is pretty much everything, you know, like connections for everything. So, yeah, I mean, and you know, before I talked to Nike and before I even put out any shirt or whatever, I was in talks with, like, you know, some of the top athletes, you know, in the world I wanted everybody's mindset on this. Like, I wasn't just out here like, I got an idea and I'm gonna go do it. You know, like, you know, as far as, you know, from Luis in Portugal to Max to the Pawsons to, you know, Mini Gup, you know, over in Spain, to like everybody.
I saw Tim Sheaf sporting a Nike PK the other day.
Forever. That's a good buddy. Yeah, Tim Sheaf's a good buddy. Yeah, you'll see some OGs in it.
I know, it's nuts. I love the reach that you got. Like,
yeah, you'll see Jenks in it. You'll see Phil Doyle in it. Scott Bass, obviously the ledge. You'll see Ilibaka in the shirt for sure at some point. Just some OGs for sure. They got my back and they're into it for sure. They think it's a good idea. So
yeah, it's brilliant, man.
Yeah,
it's brilliant, and the OJs understand more than anybody because they've lived it. You know, they've lived the opportunity and lack thereof, and they know that it's not easy, and it's amazing. So I love that we're stepping that direction, man. What else can you say about it? Is there is there a timeline of when we can expect more news or anything? Shit. Wait, I just lost you as soon as I asked the question, so start over, please.
I think my connection's good.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I got you now.
So it's the 20th now of January. In the next... man. It's hard to say because it's going to be like, it's a long game. I'm here for the long game. I'm not here to just throw a logo on a T-shirt and be like, yeah, Nike. That's not it, Mm-hmm. So there's just a lot we have to talk about, to Oregon, to have a sit down and, we're moving in the right direction, and we're a few conversations away from some big progression for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, I love it. Yeah, take your time, do it right. I love how you're doing it right. Let's see, and what else is you do some fashion modeling. I don't know if like people would be interested in, I think just like how has that been now with your new agent? How has that like transformed the parkour in fashion relationship too? Because I've seen just like some of the ads you've done and things, and it seems like
so
you're kind of the tip of the spear on that too.
Is modeling, fashion model, whatever you want to call it. It's been it's ridiculous. I was just in Vancouver the other day. Might have to go to Vancouver again in a couple days. I'm supposed to be like 3 places pretty much right now. But it's cool. So there's not really, there's a lot of modeling I just do, just the regular modeling, no parkour, a ton, which is great. But when parkour I get to incorporate it, obviously that's when I love the job, like just modeling, like that's not me. I'm not into it. I'm not like, oh, like, yeah. So I don't know. There's just people involved, and it's just like, that's not me. I'm from a small town, not a lot of money. I was raised right. I do parkour. The community of parkour isn't, doesn't try to be egotistical, even though it can come out. That's just not me, that world. That's just, but when I do get to do parkour, it's really, it's a great time. So yeah, there's not really any models, like, I don't know if you'd say professional model, whatever. That's also, professional parkour athlete. There's not really that yet, which is cool. So it's kind of like an open lane for me. It's a way for me also to get in with these companies. So like, I just signed a year contract with Lululemon to shoot like every month with them in Vancouver, and they want me to do parkour sometimes. So like, it's a chance for me to open companies' eyes. And they'll be like, oh yeah, for the next shoot, we're going to do parkour for this, for that. And then boom, more athletes will be able to get these jobs. But it's cool, sometimes, some high fashion companies are like, will have me do parkour and like, some, fancy outfit or like a suit or like, I don't know, shoes you definitely shouldn't be doing parkour in or something like that, So it's always a challenge, but it's a blast. And whenever I get to do parkour, for sure.
It's funny. It feels like we're growing up so fast sometimes. It's really cool because you're like, we're seeing it in this fashion. Hendo's fighting in a fucking MMA match. Yeah, go for it.
Come with me, people.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, we're getting the tour, baby. Studio tour.
All right. We're coming. Brooklyn, relax.
Sick. You got the exposed brick. Nice little studio there.
All good. Thanks, G. We're good.
What'd you get? A little delivery?
Yeah, I got some, speaking of age.
Oh, yeah?
Being a park, I just ordered like a heat pack for my back and neck, to be honest.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Right,
I feel you. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if the wheels actually fall off. I still feel good. Like you said, I actually still feel like on my best day, on the days when I feel good, I still feel better than I've ever felt because my technique's better.
Right.
I'm smarter about it. But yeah, the recovery process is more of a puzzle.
There's a maturity like in the mental game. I feel like now. What I want to do, I know what I don't want to do. I'm not trying to do things, trying to force things, this and that. I think it's like a perfect timing, being an athlete in this age, I think, besides the recovery. But.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can get away with when you're young. It's amazing. I
train for hours and hours. Like,
you're practically Wolverine. Like, that's the amount of regeneration that you have when you're young as fuck. It's wild.
Like the jams, the multiple day jams, you train all day, stay up all night, train in the gym, wake up, go do it again. What? Like hard jams? What?
Oh my god. So have you ever made it out to Colorado, or would you?
I was there maybe 2-3 years ago for Tit Jam.
Oh, where?
I was like in and out. But I'm gonna be there in May, like end of May, for like 3.5 weeks.
That was sick. On a job or just chilling?
Nah.
To come see Max and the gang?
I'll see Max. Yeah, my aunt and uncle are out there. I just need to get out there in like the dry air, because around that time, like my asthma acts up really, really, really bad, and I'm usually in the hospital for a minute, and I'm just, after 28 years of dealing with that, I'm not trying to do that. And so I need to be somewhere dry, less humid, and I want to get better at parkour. So what better place do I go to?
Well, we pumped to have you, man. That's gonna be great.
In Boulder or what?
No, I moved to Denver last year around this time, or actually not until I've not even been here a year. Yeah, Denver's gonna be. Dude, Denver's dope. We need you to come check it out.
Oh yeah, gladly, dude.
It's gonna be so fun.
Next weeks, I'll be with Max. I'll probably go see THC Boys. Obviously, I'm trying to link with you whenever you can.
Yeah, we have to.
I go to Springs, go to Cottonwood one time.
Definitely, yeah. Do the tour.
I say Dante, Logan, like Dan Teal. Pokemon Death Squad, like even Ross when he was like 11. They really put me on to like parkour and like really got me into parkour.
Oh,
like,
really?
Heavy.
Those guys.
Like, yeah, and like parkour, it's like changed my life, So my uncle lived in Colorado Springs, and I used to watch them on YouTube. Like I was a few months into parkour, and I was just Colorado. Maybe we'll see him. Colorado's fucking huge. Like obviously, no way. So we land at nighttime, whatever, me and my cousin. Next morning, we wake up. I go out back, and I'm looking at the Rocky Mountains. I'm like, holy shit, this is unbelievable. And I turn around, and it's Cottonwood. I was like, what? Down Cottonwood. Out of anywhere in Colorado that I could have went, I had no idea where it was or anything. Cottonwood was down the street. And I was like, no fucking way. Then we're walking his dog one day, and I see like Dante and Logan and Dan, and I'm like, oh shit, like inside I'm like,
yes.
Oh my God, I'm freaking out, like holy shit. And I couldn't go say what's up because I was like fanboying hard, like
Yeah.
These dudes are doing double this, double that in like 2010, 2009, 8, whatever. But then like I don't know, the next day I think we linked, and then they taught me A twist, B twist, corkscrew, D leg all in like 1 week. I remember CD because we went to God, what were those legendary gyms in Colorado back then? Like Apex, not Apex, fucking God, what were they called?
What? It might have been Apex.
Shack?
The what?
Something Shack something. Flip Shack.
Flip Shack. I don't know.
Could be off.
You predate me, dude. I didn't get in until like 2010, so I.
Oh shit.
So I was I wouldn't know maybe even about like the old schools, but that's.
2010, yeah.
Oh really? See, I was just busting my bubble basically.
Yeah. Shout out to them, man. They really. After that, we were boys, and then like I was like, damn, I'm gonna try to get really good.
Dude, yeah.
Ross, he was 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, those guys are amazing. I actually just saw them yesterday. I'm pumped that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were up here for a jam, and Jace. I don't know if you know Jace from Tampa, from Florida, or Clearwater. Yeah.
Come on, yo. Him and I way back also like
Florida.
Like So like even so Dante, Dan, they went to Florida, and Jazz went as well. And then like Danny Arroyo, it was Jace, it was me. I think Max went down for a little bit. There's a whole ton of us. We made like a Florida Peoples trip.
Florida Peoples.
So, yeah,
You guys were the
Jason's the guy.
originators of the Florida Peoples. See, I joined on like 2 years later, and it was called January Peoples by then, because it was always in New Year's.
That's what it was.
It's
Okay,
January
yeah.
Peoples, right? And then
Yeah,
it turned into
yeah.
April Peoples because we all got like, fuck it, we'll just push it back later and later. Yeah, we had a January Peoples. It was like a tiny January Peoples reunion yesterday because Jace was up here. It was Ross and Dante, and
Did you just visited?
yeah, Jace is just visiting for like the next week. So it was really good to see those boys. Yeah,
He's a
they're
fucking legend.
they're great teachers. It's amazing how like small the community was back then, so that like anyone who's kind of like from that era, like apparently we just you knew all these like old school Coloradans people because that's the only people that were doing it back then. It's so cool.
Those were the beasts and still are the beasts.
Oh
like,
my god.
But like Dan Till was throwing like wall double fulls, 2010 off a tree, one step.
Ahead of their time, dude. That's amazing stuff.
Insane, man. Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, much love to the Colorado Springs crew.
Yeah, dude. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'll be down there and shit too. So Colorado Springs, Denver, Boulder, back and forth for the month.
Oh yeah, I'll try to square off some time because I want to be part of that tour a little bit. It's fun to have fresh. I want to get in there.
Yeah, and I want to talk to the gyms as well out there because I've been talking to like Dylan Poland on Hub, and because Hub is coming up, Hub Jam is probably coming up. I think he's announcing dates like today or something. So Nike PK, we might do something with them.
Oh, nice.
Have like exclusive like Hub colorway Nike PK shirts like just at a cheaper price or whatever. And then I was talking to Kent for Fool's Jam, might go out there and do like a release, like a little pop-up thing while he does Fools. And then a couple other gyms. I'm going to Australia in March, so Apes down there in like Gold Coast, I might do something, with the Possums and them. So when I'm out in Denver, I kind of want to maybe do something like just Colorado colorway or some shit. Yeah.
Totally, yeah. If you I'll give you any number you need after we finished here. That'd be dope.
Awesome.
And I can talk to people for you too. I mean, but
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. That's amazing. I want to thank you, by the way, for teaching me how to roll up my sleeves. You're the person that taught me how to roll up my sleeve. Actually, back in that 2015 or whatever, I was like, "Shit, this is how you do it. This is how you fashion."
Yeah. I was on that super heavy back then.
Yeah.
I don't do it as often, but you will catch me with a rolled up sleeve in the summer sometimes. It will.
If you have a shirt, if you have a t-shirt, you want a style point, you want to add 10 style points. Sometimes you're not doing it right. I've definitely fucked it up. I've done it. I've rolled it up too high. I've not rolled when I should have rolled, and vice versa. But
you could get into it, man. There's a whole.
But it takes practice. It takes practice. Yeah.
Oh man, amazing! Yeah, I totally remember that. I'll never forget that. Wow.
That was funny. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I've been on that sleeve roll life ever since.
That's. You gotta let the biceps get some air. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
Well,
listen.
What a legend.
Yeah. I don't want to keep you all afternoon or morning, and I know you're a busy man. So, is there anything else? Like, what can we do to get involved? Is there anything? To say that
just rock the shirts. If you have a shirt, wear it. Fuck it up. There may only I think I'm only dropping like 2 more.
Release. Ooh, we lost you a little bit. Miguel. Come on, man. Sorry we lost you after 2 more. We said you may be only dropping 2 more and then.
Yeah. Probably only dropping 2 more shirts. nah, fuck it, I'll say it. So I'm dropping a t-shirt and I'm dropping a hoodie.
Ooh.
But it's not gonna say Nike PK. It's gonna be the one that says parkour with a swoosh underneath it, like where it says Nike right there.
Yeah.
Say parkour. And there's no PK underneath the swoosh or anything. So I'm gonna drop a hoodie and a t-shirt, and then I think.
Amazing, man.
I appreciate all the support from everybody. It's been nuts. It sells out in like 2 seconds every time. Going to like, middle of nowhere, random countries. Like it's just awesome to see that people are into it, and it's gonna happen, guys. So let's just kill it while we have it, man, for sure.
100%, man. Thank you for everything you did and everything you're doing, and I can't wait to see you out here. We'll have to get you on for another episode if you're down when you come out, and it's gonna be really fun to just get together and train again. So
can't wait, man.
Much love.
Wait. Thank you for having me, brother. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
I will see you in a few months, and we will do this again. There will be a lot more to talk about for sure.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be the epic episode. Yeah, we won't have to deal with this Skype Wi-Fi bullshit.
Oh, yeah, so much better. Yeah. That'd be great.
All right, dude. Thank you so much for coming on, brother, and I'll see you real soon. Cheers. Much love. And I'm an idiot. I'm one of the worst hosts ever, and I'm doing one episode every month or something, if that. So of course I'm forgetting things, but we forgot to get into fan questions with Miguel. So we were just talking about, as we were wrapping up off camera, how the Modus podcast had mentioned that they weren't aware of us, but there was a question about that in the comments. So let's address that now.
Yeah. So I think Giles, shout out to Giles.
Yep.
The boy. Last time I saw him was, I think, the last time I saw you. Mm-hmm. They said something about, like, they already know what it is. They're just waiting for the right time for parkour to bounce on it. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, absolutely not. Like, mm-hmm. Like I totally disagreed with it. Like, I saw where he was coming from, because, mm-hmm. like, everybody knows parkour is, right? Obviously, and that could be a money move, but I was like, oh, absolutely not. Like, Nike's huge. Like, they don't just sit around and, like, watch videos and wait for people. So when I was on the phone with some people at Nike, I made sure to bring that up. And I was like, hey, tell me if I'm wrong, but, like, some people in the parkour community think that, you guys have tabs on us, you're watching, and you're just waiting for the right time to get on. And he was like, hey, like, no disrespect or anything, but, like, we're really busy here at Nike in Beaverton. And he was like, we're not just sitting over here. And he was like, we're not waiting for anything. And I was like, all right, I just wanted to know. So, like, So this meeting, bringing this forward, was like, it could be, a big step, which is awesome.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of obvious. It almost seems like they're making, like, they're one of the biggest companies in the world. Of course they're busy. Of course they probably have, like, research development programs, but it's like, you can put an olive branch out there, but someone's also got to reach, into your space.
Gotta put some footwork in, and get some traction, because if we sit back and wait, we're gonna. I was out of the game for like 4 or 5 years, and it's still looking like we're sitting back and waiting. Like, I don't know. Like, somebody needs to do something.
All right, moving along to the next fan question here from our boy Dante. Why are you such a baller? And who is your favorite Jersey Shore member? 2 questions.
Oh, wow! I don't know. I don't. That's a very kind opinion of Dante to consider me a baller. But the Jersey Shore, wow. So back in 2010, when I went to Colorado and met them, and we became best friends, Jersey Shore was, like, at its peak, and, like, we were there for a couple weeks. So every Thursday, the boys would his house to watch Jersey Shore. We'd have, like, Jersey Shore nights, The Cavs are here.
Dude, I am ashamed, but I'm not afraid to admit that I also would be watching Jersey Shore in 2010 with the boys. What the fuck is wrong with all of us, dude? I don't know what it was, but we did it. It was too good. Amazing. It was too good.
He was the most goofball of a person on there. So maybe him.
Who was it? Sorry, we caught you. We actually lost you when you said it.
Pauly D.
Pauly. I thought, you know what? I didn't even have to ask. I was like, it's got to be Pauly. That's the goofball. He was the only one that was like actually kind of chill. Like he was like, I know this is ridiculous, kind of like attitude. You know, I liked him too. All right, Dylan Poland. Oh, he wants you to tell the story of you saving kids.
Oh yeah, that might be another podcast for sure.
Okay. All right, that's a long one. Maybe we're saving that for May episodes. And
yes.
OG Parkour, you know Cosmonaut Howard Palmer?
Maybe. I'm sure.
He's a member out here. You'll meet him if you haven't. And he's asking, how important is it for an athlete to develop their own personal character, expression of their movement through art?
Yeah, I think it's really important, you know? I mean, especially if we're all your own personal touch.
Sorry, especially if we're all and we lost. And can you start there again?
Especially if we're all doing, you know, like similar movements and, you know, the same tricks and stuff like that. I think it's really important to have your own personal flavor on, you know, your own style, whatever you want to call it, Steve's, whatever. I think it's really important. You know, dressing how you want to dress, like just expressing yourself. I think, you know, this is a form of expression, is parkour, and huge thing that people sleep on is the way they carry themselves, because some of these kids are really quick with the thumbs on a keyboard, you know, and like that's not gonna carry well like throughout time. So I think, you know, yeah, the way you carry yourself as well is like very important. So yeah, just be you, truly. Yeah.
Amen. All right, we got another question now from Life in Reverie. How was the experience of doing parkour in a suit with the Boss campaign?
Oh yeah, man! Wow. It was about 95 degrees that day on a rooftop in Brooklyn, but it was really fun, man. Yeah, it was cool. Like sometimes when I did like a side flip or something, it sounded like an action movie, you know, like it really sounded like something and shit. So it was pretty cool. A little bit of a challenge, but yeah, all around good time. Hugo Boss is like 16. Yeah.
All right. The rest of these, I think we pretty much covered. Dylan is asking about next step for Nike PK. I think we went there.
They posted, yeah. And
we talked about expansion beyond the sleeve shirts. We got the hoodie coming. And that's essentially it. Last question from Howard again would be, explain the art that you see in parkour with 1 or 2 words.
Ah, man.
Howard's asking the deep questions, dude.
Yeah, that one word to explain the art. I guess it would be my opinion. Hey, I would say progressive, maybe. Yeah, progressive.
All right. Cool. Dig it. All right, those are your fan questions answered. Thanks again for getting at us again with that. And that's the real end of this episode. Much love.
Yep. I'll catch you, dude. I'll message you and shit. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Cheers, brother. Talk to you soon.
Later, my man.
Peace. That was it. Number 79. Thank you guys for being a part of it and for submitting questions for the people that did that. And damn, son. How cool, right? So we're excited to see what's on the horizon there. And I appreciate everyone being a part of the conversation right now. So get at me. You know, I'm not going to lie to you guys. If you're here for this long, let's keep it real, right? Like, you know, I ain't putting out many episodes. You know, I'm pretty much dropping the ball completely. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you know, because I canceled that whole thing. And, you know, I needed to get some space in my life. Empty space, guys. It's an important thing. I'm trying to create some so I can get that. You know how, Miguel, we talk about doing it right. We talk about taking it slow, giving the right approach. Sometimes you got to ease up off the gas a little bit. Otherwise you crash. You know what I'm saying? So don't look for, you know, insane amounts of episodes to drop anytime soon, but I think it's really cool when it makes sense to do a podcast these days. Then I'll do one, because I'm not going to do it just to play the game. I don't like to do that, posting just to get episodes and content out, just to have content come out. It just feels hollow. So I hope you guys can understand that, and appreciate you guys just being a part of the journey regardless of where we go here. So much love. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.